You can call it one of the first stops of the retribution tour. You can call it FAFO in reverse, or you can use the often overly used phrase, but this time it definitely does fit. When you go at the king, you bet not miss, because the Georgia Republican Party has unanimously voted to expel former Lieutenant Governor Geoff Duncan, citing alleged disloyalty due to his public endorsements of Democratic candidates, including President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris during the 2024 presidential campaign. Now, the party's resolution accuses Duncan of undermining Republican candidates and using his affiliation with the GOP for personal gain. As a result, he is banned from all Georgia Republican Party properties and events and is prohibited from qualifying for any Republican candidate in future elections. In his response, Duncan criticized the decision on social media, suggesting that the party's focus should be on more pressing issues. Despite his expulsion, he maintains that he still considers himself a Republican and is committed to reforming the party. And this, of course, highlights what's going on in the tensions in the GOP itself, particularly party leaders and what directions going forward. The MAGA wing, as people call it, the basically people who are falling in line or falling directly in love with the Trump era level of politics for Republicans, is one thing. And traditional conservatives, I guess one way to call them, folks who still are pulling for the Reagan-ish days, even though Reagan had his issues, but are definitely not pulling for the sort of radical, crazy things that Donald Trump sort of shoots for. There are two really obvious factions in the GOP. There's probably more people who things in between or different things want their wants. But who controls the party and who controls what's being done? Right now, Trump is winning. MAGA is winning. Everyone who wants to win is falling in line, including many Democrats and people who just realize the fight is not worth there. For Geoff Duncan, he had a chance to raise his profile nationally and maybe get a shot at the seat for the reforming of the party if Trump were to lose, or maybe on the other side, as he had plenty of time to do TV gigs and TV pot spots to talk about how Republicans did act, do act, now act. Will he officially shift away from the Republican Party, become an independent, become a third party person? Will he actually go full Democrat and just be what he's going to be? Does he have a TV job on some network like Matt Gaetz was able to secure to keep him going? He's obviously not going to get any love in Republican life in Georgia, so maybe he has to move someplace else. What is it the future for Geoff? What is it the future for all of us, I guess, going forward? And how will the party, the GOP specifically, wage itself out after 4 years when Donald Trump is no longer in charge, as in the president, but probably still in charge, pulling the strings? Your comments, your thoughts, very much welcome.